All right, everybody. Hey, today I am with my friend Patty. She's sitting in like the lowest chair I think I've ever found. I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's good.
So I'm really appreciative that you're here to talk about your situation because I think people need to understand the truth of what is going on in the world. So, may I tell people what
Go
you just
ahead.
told me?
Yep, go
Okay,
ahead.
so it is December 27th, and you said on Christmas Day,
Yep,
right,
yep.
you were thrown out of the house that you're staying in.
Yes. Yep.
And do you want to say why?
Why it doesn't matter? I mean, it
It-
does.
I-
It does
yeah.
because because I didn't have enough money for the rent, and my money wasn't straightened out yet at Social Security, and
Right.
that nobody he didn't seem to care about that. He just
Yeah. So you've got some problems with Social Security right now,
Yep.
and you couldn't make the rent.
Exactly.
Are you generally a pretty good rent payer?
Yeah, I'm pretty much on time, and he knows that. He knows I've been paying. That's why he's kept me there for so long.
Right.
So he knows I've been paying and paying and paying.
Yeah.
I'm never a day or too late. It's always been, So, but this one time, it just hit the fan, and here we go.
Yeah. And so he just threw you out.
Yeah, a big argument started, and he just said, "Get the f out of my house," and I wasn't gonna disrespect him or nothing, so I packed a couple bags and left.
Yeah.
I mean,
So now, well, today's a nice day,
yeah.
but invariably, you're gonna
I'm
be.
surprised it's gonna be
it's-
snowing and raining.
yeah.
The whole thunder snow again.
Now, you've spent the winter outside, right?
Yeah.
You and your dog Cappy.
Yep.
So Cappy's here sleeping under the table right now. And so why, like, what's your, in knowing you, I know that, like, you sometime, you'll get into a place and then you get out of a place.
Right.
You get
Yeah.
into a place and get out
Yeah.
of a place.
Yeah.
Do you have a feeling for why that's happening? If you look
Yeah,
at
I
it,
do. Yeah,
what
I
is
do.
it?
I do. I really do because like the last place, actual apartment that you helped me get into, there was like a lot of like I'm ADHD and I have a hyper problem and not that I have a problem following rules, but when you have a booklet of rules,
Yes.
it's kind of hard for me to.
Right. So there was, like, you were part of the tent city thing,
Right.
where they tried to house people,
Oh, yeah.
and they put you. You got
Yes.
into a house,
Yes.
but it was just a ton of different rules.
Yeah, and I can understand maybe cleaning up yourself. I can understand not coming in and out, all hours of the night. And I understand all that.
Yeah.
And be respectful of others. That's three simple rules that everybody should have to live by.
Yes.
You know what I mean? But then when you get like a booklet of rules, and it's like you can't breathe without hardly thinking you're going to F something up.
It's just overwhelming.
Yeah, a little bit overwhelming. A lot overwhelming. Not a
Yeah.
little bit, but a lot.
Did you end up breaking some of the rules, or were you just like, I can't handle it, I gotta leave?
I broke some of the
Oh,
rules.
did you?
Yeah, because I had visitors there, and they had left, and they had come back, and it's like, and I was trying to be respectful of the times.
Yeah.
But then, like, I was getting a phone call upstairs, who's this and who's that, and now you're invading my privacy. So
Yeah.
I walked out. I didn't get evicted. I didn't wait for them to do that. I just walked out.
You just walked out.
Yeah.
Okay, so the things that really kind of changed you were you had some friends over, and then they just started calling you,
Upstairs,
and they're like,
who's that and who?
"Who's in your place?"
Yeah, and I'm not gonna do that.
And you're just like, "Forget it. I'm not playing this
I'm
game."
not gonna answer no questions like that.
Yeah. And do you remember what time of year that was? Was that in the
No.
winter?
But that was like, yeah, because it was snowing last year,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
January or so. Yeah.
yeah,
right
probably
around-
I think
Yeah.
you were back out in the winter.
Yeah, in January. Yeah.
So do you know how long off and on you've been homeless?
Yeah, for like 4 years,
4 years?
maybe 5, but more
What
like 4.
do you remember? What was the thing that caused you to kind of get into the homeless trap or whatever?
Yeah, actually I do. I was renting an apartment and I was doing pretty good, but then it was like a rooming house.
Yeah.
And when there's like a cluster, I'm not antisocial, but when there's like a lot of people in
Yes.
one thing, I kind of get nervous and antsy, and I can't.
You have like anxiety
Yeah.
around a lot of people.
Yeah, and I can't. That's why I have Cappy. I
Yes.
can't do that. And a lot of people, well, you know, the landlord was bringing a lot of people. I'm not saying a lot of people were doing bad, but a lot of people weren't doing the things I was doing, and it just become more and more and more. And I walked out.
Yeah. So,
And I can't deal with it. Yep,
and
that's
you
it.
can't deal with it.
Yeah.
You can't deal with crowds.
Yeah.
Bobby Sparks is here too. I'd love to maybe do an interview with him as well.
He's a good
sometime.
backup buddy.
Yeah, he's a great dude. So, so you have you been diagnosed with attention deficit, or you
Yeah.
just you have?
Yeah,
so you
I have.
definitely have it.
Oh yeah. I mean,
So it's definitely a thing.
yeah.
Have they diagnosed you with anything else you like to talk
Anxiety,
about, or
anxiety.
you do? You have a diagnosis of
Yep,
anxiety.
Sure do.
Okay.
And that's it.
So there you go.
And that's it. I mean,
So it's clinically proven
yep,
you have attention deficit and anxiety.
yep,
And it sounds to me in both cases
right.
like, well, the house that they put you in, all the rules were overwhelming,
Yep, fit for the ADHD.
and that the ADHD just kind of made you go
haywire.
haywire.
And so,
And then the rooming house was just there was
much.
too much.
that's where the anxiety came in.
Yeah,
So yeah, I mean,
yeah.
and I've been put on medication before, but the Xanax, I don't like that.
Okay, so it was it was like Xanax.
Yeah, it
and,
was Xanax, and I
And
didn't
you
like.
didn't like it.
Couldn't put
Can
me
you
to
talk
sleep.
about how
Sure.
it made you feel?
I sure will. When I took it, it's supposed to be 3 times a day, one milligram 3 times a day, but it kept groggy and in the cloud and in the fog, and I didn't like that. I want to be able to pay attention to what I'm doing.
So you had to take one pill 3 times a day, and it made you kind of groggy and fuzzy.
By the second pill, I was still fuzzy and groggy,
Yeah.
and by noon, you want me to take another one, I'm going to sleep at 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
You know, I'm good.
So you just didn't feel yourself.
No, I dumped them and didn't take them. That's why I don't like them.
Yeah. So you found that Xanax. Did you try any others yet?
No, I tried Klonopin. That seemed to work really well. But after they gave me the Xanax, I didn't have enough in my bottle. I went back to the doctor because I dumped them because I didn't like them. I
Yep.
should have just sold them. But anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I dumped them and I didn't have enough in my bottle when I went back, and they red flagged me. So now I'm red flagged. I can't get no kind of Xanax, no kind of Klonopin, none of that in Summit County. I have to go outside the county.
Okay. So
So
I mean, we know that now the truth of the situation because you're like, I should have sold them, but I didn't. I
Right.
threw them away.
Yep.
But I didn't have enough in my bottle
to go,
to go back to try something else, and so now you're red flagged.
yeah, I'm red flagged.
Do you
yeah.
know how long you're red flagged?
Oh, it's forever. It's
Forever.
I done tried to go back, and he said, he just looked at me and shook his head.
You are so in Summit County, you cannot get medication.
I cannot get any kind of nerve or anxiety medication because yep. I had to go outside of Summit County because I guess the doctor thought since there wasn't none in the bottle, assumingly you could assume maybe that somebody, maybe took them or sold them, but maybe ask him the real truth. I would have told
Yeah.
you. I
Because
dumped
you
it.
would have told me the truth. You told
Yeah,
me the truth.
right,
You
yeah.
threw them away.
Yeah.
Because you said I should have sold them,
Yeah,
but I didn't sell 'em.
Yeah, exactly.
I just threw them away.
Because I didn't like the way they made me feel. It's
Yeah.
groggy and foggy, and so now that I didn't leave them like I was supposed to.
Yep. Now you're outside of the system.
Yep.
So,
Yep. That's why I'm not medicated now. Because
so you're not medicated now.
No.
Now I don't know how personally you feel about this,
I don't
but
care.
do you find that there are street drugs that help you feel better?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would you say meth is one?
Yeah, because let me explain that one. Because,
Yeah, sure.
ADHD medication.
Right.
Right on the bottle it says there's meth right in the middle of it. And
Attention to
weed-
Adderall and meth are the same
Right.
chemical makeup.
Okay, exactly. Weed. I love weed. I'd rather
You
have,
do like weed.
I'd rather have weed over anything.
So weed over, I've heard that many times.
Yes, but if.
Sorry,
And-
my
But yeah,
my thing. Yeah.
if I could smoke weed 3 times a day instead of taking Xanax, it don't make me foggy. It makes me clear. It makes me not antisocial. It makes me
you
able to talk
feel
to-
comfortable around
Yeah.
people.
Yep, sure do.
So weed is by far your favorite drug.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
And Bobby can tell you that. I
and
love
Bobby's he's into it too.
Yes.
And I think this is okay to talk about because I believe Illinois, the first of the year, has approved recreational marijuana.
And see, I tried to get my green card for the weed.
Yeah.
Because if I had weed, I wouldn't do the other. You know what I mean?
Okay, so you would prefer to do weed.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Can you talk a little bit about how meth makes you feel?
Sure can, sure
Yeah,
will.
what is that like?
Meth is like the Adderall. Actually, when some people do meth, they get all hyped up in this, that, and the other. And sometimes when I do meth, I'm able to concentrate and I'm able to to talk to people more. But I don't feel as relaxed as I do when I smoke weed.
So you feel less anxiety,
Yeah,
you feel more focused,
yeah, just like the Adderall.
but you're not quite as relaxed.
Exactly. So that's
Whereas marijuana does all the others
all three.
and makes you relaxed.
Yep, all three. Yep.
Wow.
So that's why.
So that would be the drug of choice
Yes,
for you. Out
yes,
of
it would.
everything you've taken, definitely Xanax is no go.
Down the toilet. No.
Yeah, down the toilet. You can't even use legal drugs because you're
No.
red flagged in Summit County.
So that's why I self-medicate.
Yep. So you self-medicate. Do you know if that's a common occurrence from other people? Are other people red flagged like that?
No, other people, I don't know.
Your
He is-
red flag, Bobby, is?
Because I OD'd.
See?
So Bobby OD'd.
Okay.
They won't give me no narcotics.
See?
Now he can't get narcotics.
Now that's a messed up way to go do it because maybe people are self-medicating and ODing because they can't get the regular medication.
Yeah.
And that's so wrong. That is so wrong.
So now the only drug option he has is street drugs.
That's you have to ask him on that one. But
Yeah, I mean,
pretty much.
right.
I
So
mean-
what's a narcotic? Like, what would that be? What's a narcotic, Bobby? What do you call
Percocet.
Percocet? Is that what you overdosed on?
No.
Opiates.
I overdosed on heroin.
On heroin, okay.
But a Percocet,
Xanax and
So-
Xanax,
Yeah.
any really the best painkillers they got, I can't have.
You can, all the painkillers, and you, by the way, have you have your leg amputated.
yeah,
So they don't give you any painkillers for that?
nope.
Nothing with narcotics in it.
Nothing with narcotics in it. Okay.
See, that's what I mean. And people,
And anybody that knows anything about it knows that anything that's going to help you's got narcotics in it.
So narcotics are the things that are most effective,
Yeah.
and he's been cut off of them,
right, and I have too.
and you've been cut off of narcotics.
Yep.
So there's very few things left for you to do other than street drugs.
Right. That's why, and I have a problem with that because we all have problems. But that's why people like me or like Bobby per se, if he don't mind me bringing his name into, or do self-medicate because we can't go and get our regular shit because
Yeah.
it's red flag.
They're
I
red
mean,
flagged. Now, can you talk about opiates like heroin, and how have you ever tried those?
Heroin. I did.
What did you think of that?
I died.
You overdosed.
I died.
Really?
Yeah, in Barbary. Yes, sure did.
Really?
Yep. The first time I tried it, and that's the last time I ever tried it.
Really?
So yes, that's.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
So you tried, it was heroin, or
Yep.
you think it was fentanyl?
No, I didn't. I don't know.
All
after
you
that-
know is you tried something and you overdosed.
Yeah, this kid gave me a line. He goes, "Oh, to make you feel better," because he see him all, drop his head and relax and start.
Yeah.
I was having a bad day. I'm like, all right, snort it. There I went. I dropped. I woke up
You
in the hospital.
you dropped.
I dropped.
Wow.
I woke up in the hospital, handcuffed to the bed.
Oh no. No.
So I said,
Wow.
So yeah, I woke up handcuffed to the bed
Yeah.
in the hospital
And
bed.
so literally you tried it once, you died, and you're like, this is not for me.
But that's it. Nope.
In your opinion, what is the most used drug in Akron?
Meth.
Meth.
Definitely meth.
Meth.
Even over marijuana.
Yes.
By far.
by
Why?
far. I don't know why.
Is it cheaper?
Yeah.
More accessible?
It's cheaper.
It's cheaper.
Yeah.
Because how long, like, what is it, what do you buy it in? Like $20 increments? Is that basically,
That's what I.
$20 get your whole gram.
what?
$20 get your whole gram. You can smoke all night.
Yep.
A $20 will get you a gram and you can smoke it all night. And how
Yeah.
long will that last?
I don't know about smoking. Bobby could tell you about smoking it, but as far as me, like doing a line, 20.
Snorts.
Yeah. That probably lasts me 2 days.
2 days.
But smoking it, I don't know. You can smoke it all night, I guess. And
I took a guy home, or to a friend's house on the west side, and he's an opiate guy,
right.
and he's using fentanyl, and he says he has to inject every 2 hours.
Right.
Every 2 hours
And
for
it
him
costs-
not to feel sick.
it
That's
costs
crazy.
way more.
And that's got to cost way more.
$20 you probably get 2 shots out of it.
$20, Bobby thinks 2 shots.
Oh,
So,
I don't know nothing about.
so
neither.
that's, he said it was 6 o'clock, and he's like, I shot up 2 hours ago. My stomach is starting to feel bad, but I'm just going to go to bed, and then I'll be full on withdrawing in the morning, and I'll shoot up again.
That's bad. That's when people's, they've built up their tolerance so high,
Yeah.
they cannot go without it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah. So if you
Way
if
cheap.
if you had an unlimited supply of marijuana, do you think you would just do marijuana?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
You know, yeah.
Would-
He
you
said,
would
"Hell
too,
yeah."
Bobby.
He said, hell yeah.
If it was just like
Yeah.
you could go to the drugstore, buy marijuana for the price of cigarettes,
Yeah, yep, sure would.
you would
Sure
that would be the
Sure would.
preferable drug.
And I've even tried to go and get that green card they talked about. Me and
Yeah,
Ryan.
the green card,
Yep,
right?
yeah, green card, my butt. No.
You
They,
can't get it.
Anybody can get it. By the time it's all said and done with, the doctors itself is $350, and you had to pay to go to pick up your prescription at it's in Canton. It's
You're gonna pay
yeah, it's
way
way.
more at the doctor than you will pay at.
Yeah, so I mean it's
Up the
cheaper.
street.
Again, that's what I
Okay,
mean.
so doctors are way expensive,
Yep,
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's still better to just buy it on the street.
yep, sure is.
Are you concerned about? They talk about like people lacing drugs with fentanyl and stuff.
Yeah, I am concerned about that.
Is that a worry for you?
Yeah, it is because that's why I stick with the people that I know, and that sometimes that don't help because they don't know what they're getting either. So,
Right, they're not intentionally trying to hurt you or get you
No.
hooked on something else.
But I mean, there's been times lately, within the past month or so, that I've went and got things that I was expecting. That wasn't. I got put to sleep. I got.
Put to sleep.
Yeah, I did a line. I ain't gonna lie to you. I did
Yeah.
a line of meth,
Yeah.
and meth makes you all hyper.
Right.
Well, I went right straight to sleep.
You went to sleep, so you
Sure.
feel pretty confident they
Yeah.
put something in that.
So I haven't went back to that person.
You
yeah.
can't go back to that person.
I can, but I
But
don't
yeah,
want to.
you won't.
Yeah, no.
That's not supposed to make you sleep.
Meth
Exactly.
shouldn't make you
Exactly.
sleep.
That had something
There's
in it.
some talk that they're even putting it in marijuana, in pot. Is that true?
Yeah, that is true. That's why and you have to know what you're doing with the marijuana. If you're a good pot smoker,
Yeah.
you know that you can see there's been crystals in it.
You can see it.
Yeah, you can see, and some
You can tell, you can look at it.
exactly. You can look at your marijuana, look at the buds, and make
So,
sure.
in a way, marijuana is a little safer because
it's a
you
whole
can
lot
look
safer.
at it and you
It's
can
a-
be like, look, this is
This ain't
just
right.
marijuana.
This ain't right. Yeah.
Whereas if you
See?
have meth, who knows what other crystal could be in
Yep,
there?
yep. And you could even tell if people are trying to put meth or whatever it is into the marijuana because marijuana is green. You can look at it and see little white specks. Well, this ain't right.
Yeah.
It don't come green and white, you know.
Yeah.
So
Weed, you see the little white shit in there.
see, that's what I'm saying.
You'll see little pieces of white.
Yeah.
Weed ain't supposed to be white.
It ain't supposed to be white.
Yeah, exactly.
So in a way, marijuana is safer just because it's easier to tell if it's been messed with.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So I guess it's good that we're moving towards legalizing pot.
I hope so.
Because
I mean-
that if you could grow your own, say, and in some states I think there are, like you can have 4
My
pots.
backyard, my backyard.
Yeah, you just start having
It'd
you,
be
you could
full.
grow your
It'd
own.
be full.
Ohio's trying to get dispensaries up here.
Say that again.
Ohio is trying to get dispensaries up. They might have a couple.
They
Yeah,
do, they
I
have
think
in
there.
Canton.
I think
They
I
do.
think a dispensary's coming here in Akron.
Well, they have one in Canton. But
They
you
have
s-
one in Canton.
But you still have to pay. After you pay $350 for the doctor, you still got to go pay $60 to get a gram of weed.
So okay, wait. So just to get in the game, you got to pay $350,
Yep,
and then a gram of weed is how much? 60.
$50-$60. Yeah.
What's it on the street?
It's $10.
$10.
Yeah. So I mean,
So what are you gonna do?
I'm buying it off the street.
Buying off the
I
street.
just check it as before you smoke it. I mean,
Shit on
that's
the street's better.
yep.
What's that?
The shit on the street's probably better.
Probably better,
And
Bobby
cheaper.
says. Maybe
And cheaper.
definitely cheaper.
Yep.
So you getting involved in the legal marijuana is kind of a long distance thing.
Yeah, no, actually, well, I tried it, like, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago, because it was me and Ryan,
Yeah.
we tried, he even told me to pay for half my doctor, but then
Yeah.
once we both found out
Yeah.
that you had to pay also to pick up the script, it's just cheaper to go get a dime stick of weed.
Just go get some weed.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, do you find that the pot dealers in Akron are decent humans? Do they mostly focus on marijuana, or do they do everything?
They
sell
the ones that are real hardcore marijuana just focus on marijuana, and there's a lot of people out there that just show you go ask them for something else, they'll look at you like you're 7-star stupid.
Really?
They ain't selling nothing else.
They
because
ain't selling nothing. They're
no.
selling marijuana.
Yeah, because they know that everything else could and will take somebody's life.
So
Here when I've been known for 40 years, and that's all they sell.
See, that's what I mean.
he
And-
says he's known people for 40 years. That's all they sell is
And
marijuana.
I know the same person, but not for 40 years.
Yeah.
But yeah, he
For a long time.
Yeah, this guy will not. You can't get nothing else
And
off of
is
him.
he like a decent human being?
You have to talk to Bobby, but I think he is. He's an
Older
excellent
guy,
guy.
and the older guy got a job. He works every day.
Got kids.
There's a
everything.
guy who's got kids and a job. He's
Everything.
just doing a side.
Yep.
He's got a side hustle.
Yep.
And so because what I've noticed is these other drug dealers that are pushing
They just
meth.
don't care.
They're terrible humans.
They just don't care.
They're
They'll
terrible.
They'll mix the salt in with the pepper and do this, do that, mix their own little
You
mixture.
know,
and people are dying.
when Dustin got his leg almost cut off over this side over here, that
Yeah.
really did it for me. I'm
Yeah.
like, these people suck.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
yeah, and I just don't understand why you have to be such a terrible human being
To sell drugs.
to sell drugs. Why?
Because you know what? It's about the money. Because
It's
as long,
about the money.
As long as they get that money, they don't care what they're mixing in with what
So
they're giving
okay,
you.
so there it is. So they don't care if they kill you. They don't care
No,
what they sell you.
no,
They just want to
no.
make money. I've also heard that there's a rush to being a drug dealer. That they just like the power. They like the feeling of being a drug
yeah,
dealer, being
yeah.
a gangster.
Yeah, they
They
like
l-
that too, but
they
it's
like-
because it all
And
involves
but
around
it's the money.
It's the money.
They're just into the money.
Yeah, and they don't.
Whereas, do you think that like some pot dealers are more like, well, I got a good product here? Do you think they're more,
laid back.
a little more laid back?
Oh, they're absolutely 100% laid back because they don't have the rush going on. They ain't got let's mix this. They're just
Yeah.
you can tell
They got some pot. They're gonna sell some pot.
But they're laid back. They're not
They're-
anxious. They're not.
Come there at 3, 4 in the morning.
Yeah, they don't have people coming in 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning.
They don't.
No, ain't got none of that.
All right.
They shut down. They got they got kids. They get you know what I mean.
So we gotta. Okay, let me ask you this question.
Yep.
Guys that got jobs, they come
So,
to the quarter.
do you support legalizing marijuana?
Oh, absolutely, 100%.
Okay. Now let me ask you this: do you support legalizing meth?
No,
No.
No.
Why?
no. Because there's too many people mixing. It would be okay if it was more people were like the people that dealt pot, but there's
Yeah.
not because more people are just adding shit to it. Just that rush and
So
they're not caring.
They're not caring because they just get focused on the money.
Yeah.
And they're mixing, they're cutting it, they're doing crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And so you would say, don't legalize, I would imagine, so don't legalize meth, don't legalize opiates then? No heroin? What do you think about?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
No.
Bobby
no.
says hell no.
I don't blame him. Hell no, no.
Hell no.
But as far as like pain pills, I think he should be able to have. He's got his A cup. I think
Like
he should.
so
Right.
a doctor should be able to prescribe him pain like we're doing
yeah,
now.
Yeah.
But not just recreational.
Yeah. Exactly. Right.
Okay, so that's very interesting. Are there any other drugs that are currently legal that you wish were legal? Currently illegal that you wish were legal?
Not really. I like
Do you
that.
know
I
anything
agree.
about psychedelic drugs? Like
Acid.
mushrooms and acid?
20 years ago.
20 years ago.
I
Do
wouldn't
you,
try it now.
No, it's
I
not.
wouldn't.
Why is that?
Well, because I don't trust people not putting
You're
something in
still
meth.
worried about you're still worried about what they're putting in it.
Yeah.
I hear it's very difficult to find pure acid, pure Molly, pure
Yeah,
ecstasy.
yeah.
You
I
can't
mean-
find anything pure because everybody's cutting it
Right.
With strychnine.
with strychnine.
See,
Bobby
so,
says.
yeah, I mean, I
so
don't-
so just pot
Yeah.
because you can look at it,
You can tell what it is.
you can tell what you're smoking,
and you can smell it. You know what's.
you can smell it.
As soon as you open the bag, you can smell it. I mean,
The
so
dealers are ethical. They're better people.
They got
typically.
jobs. They got kids.
They
you know,
got kids. Yeah.
They're not no 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning running in and out.
Yeah, they're
I mean,
just so that's very interesting. So it'll be interesting to see how society changes as it seems like it's almost inevitable that marijuana is going to become legal.
I hope so.
Yeah, and if you could grow a little bit for personal use,
Be all right.
then you'd be good to go.
Right.
That might help a lot of people.
I know it would. I
You
know.
know it would help
Yeah,
a lot
because
of
the
people.
only people I've talked to, homeless people, and people out here in the streets, are saying, "Well, damn, I just wish I had a joint." And they shake,
They're
cry,
shaking,
and
they're
you know,
yes.
and, you know, they just go from meth and already shaking and crying, and it's not, you know, you sit there smoke a joint with them, and it's like a whole new cloud come over them.
Just
Yeah,
it's a whole different person.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right. So how do you feel about being back out on the street? You seem okay?
yeah, I'm okay. I didn't think I was gonna be put in this position. I thought I was, home bound
Right,
for a minute.
right.
But I mean, the rug gets pulled out from underneath everybody, so
You just kind of go with the flow.
I'm gonna have to.
Well, I'm gonna go get you a tent.
All right.
Do you need a sleeping bag? Do you
Yeah,
need the
I
whole
need-
deal?
Yeah, the whole deal.
All right. I think I can go out. I have a meeting at 1, but maybe I can go before. I'll get you hooked up.
And,
Okay.
I mean, don't rush. I appreciate it, but don't
Okay,
rush.
okay, all right.
You'll find me right down
I
there.
think I'd like to go today because I'm taking a couple days off on Monday and Tuesday. So
Okay.
I'm not gonna be here Saturday and Sunday.
Right.
And then I'm gonna take off Monday and Tuesday. So
Right.
I would like to get you something today.
Okay, I'd
Okay.
appreciate that. I really would.
All right, Patty. I am so thankful we've gotten to be friends over the years.
Me too. I like you.
Yeah,
The
you're,
cello thing is
the
good.
cello.
Excellent.
She watched me play the cello. You were really into it. I like you because you're very smart. You're very perceptive. You're very fun to be around. And I wish more than anything we could find a solution where you felt a place that you were
At
you were
home.
safe and at home.
Right.
And we just got to keep trying.
I'm just gonna keep batting
Just-
that bat.
Yeah,
you
just
know?
keep doing it. And
Yeah.
you got Cappy, so you're
Yeah,
safe.
Yeah, appreciate that.
All right. Well, thank you for
You're
talking
welcome.
with me, Patty.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
awesome.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Okay. All right. I'll just turn